Welcome back. Well, the new normal is a term we hear constantly, but what does it mean? And how do we regain a sense of order in our lives? Joining me now is Carol Rubano, the founder and director of Living Waters Counseling Center. Thank you, Carol, for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me, Colleen. It's so nice to see you. It's been months.
I'm having trouble with what is the new normal? Seems like every day it's changing.
I think, yeah, we can't go by what everybody's saying the new normal is, that's for sure. But the new normal, in my definition, and what I'm trying to imply to other people, is that we're not going to be doing things the same way we did them before. That's what the new normal is. We're going to have activities, many of the activities that we had before. However, it's very important that we follow guidelines that are being told to us, and that we move on with life, with life. Normal is a funny word. Mm-hmm. Normal means different things to different people. What's normal for a 5-year-old is not normal for someone my age, right? So the new normal is what's going to work, that you can stay safe, and that you and the other people around you, and that you can gain some sense of life the way it was before COVID.
We were just talking to Dr. Patrick O'Shaughnessy about staying healthy physically. We need to stay healthy mentally too. Our mental health right now is so important during these times.
Oh, it is amazingly important during these times. And we at Living Waters have, and will still do, some telemental health to people. We're trying to dispel the fear. Fear is just out there, like it's just in the air, and we're trying to dispel some of that. And one of the great things about our counseling is we include faith. We include faith in a spiritual component. It was really neat when I was listening to Mass this morning. They had the gospel, and the gospel is about Jesus in the boat with the disciples. And all the disciples are over there, and they're all frightened. And Jesus says, keep your eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me, and keep focused on the spiritual if you want to get through this. It can't all be on the emotional, because if we just went to ourselves and, in our human nature and listen to everything that's out there, we wouldn't move out of our houses.
Is it a combination of therapy plus prayer?
Oh, yeah, it's never one or the other. Therapy, prayer, keeping your health in a good space, keeping your intellect, using your intellect and not letting fear overrun your thinking capacities. It's as we always do at Living Waters, we consider the intellectual, the spiritual, the physical, and the emotional.
Are there some exercises we can do to calm ourselves down?
I would say there's lots of them. One of the things that I really believe in is that we're very resilient. See the elastic band? We are very resilient as people. We can spring back, and this isn't the first time we've been through very difficult times. It might be the first time our generation has been through a pandemic, maybe the world on this global level. But we've been through hard times. So how have we been able at different times to get through hard times? And one of them is to do things that will soothe us, do things that will bring us some comfort, whatever that might be. And usually as human beings, we go into our senses, our taste, our smell, our sight, our hearing, our inner life, to kind of just bring us down, bring us into a center. So yes, one of the things we can do is if we enjoy movement, then do exercise to release some of that energy, to release some of that anxiety, whatever exercise works for you. Another way might be to allow yourself to have, I'm not saying, and I know overeating has been, I forget the term that's being used, but overeating has been part of getting through this. I'm not saying overeating, but eating things that you enjoy and that will comfort you a little bit. I'm not saying overeating though. And I think another way to do this would be to have wonderful fragrances around. I personally, I can go outside on my little patio And I look at a flower and it's so beautiful and I think of God and it calms me. It calms me. Listening to wonderful music, things we've done before. And of course, prayer. Because when all is said and done, we are a soul that has a body, and we need to think of that. God's in charge.
Carol, I know there's a lot of, actually, there's got to be a lot of PTSD out there with nurses and doctors and actually patients who've gone through COVID. I guess your advice is if you need help, seek it.
Oh, yeah, because, PTSD can also in the future become PTS growth. We can switch it around. If you work through it, then eventually you use this time, this trauma time, as a really good example of how you can take those different times that are very, very painful in your life, switch it around and learn how you are so strong.
Well,
You're strong.
With that,
it's true.
With that, I'll take a nice, we are all strong. We've got to find our strength. Carol, thank you so much for your advice today.
Thank you for allowing me to be here, and I wish you well. Thank you.
Stay well, too. And also, thanks to Dr. O for being with us. That is our show for today. You can follow us on Twitter, Catholic Faith TV, our website, cfntv.org, or download our CFN app. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Colleen McVeigh. Stay safe.